This video is a little different to my normal output because it's not about a road or a street or a place or a building. It's not even filmed in Liverpool. But my wife and I went to Arley Hall in Nantwich in Cheshire to visit their annual classic car show. So I had to wander around. I took my camera with me and I decided to turn it into a video. I didn't cover every car that was on display, just the ones that either I liked or I thought were a little bit interesting. But there's a lot of nostalgia attached to some of the cars on display as well. Might jog a few memories from the past of I had one of those or the next door neighbour had one of those. So if you're a petrol head like me, you might enjoy this video. If not, normal service will be resumed very shortly. This is Arley Hall in Nantwich in Cheshire, and it's Sunday the 3rd of September, and we're having a little bit of a late heat wave. This is a pretty nice Toyota Supra, and I could see myself driving that. Either this one or that yellow one next to it there. That's pretty nice as well. So yeah, a bit of a heat wave in September. Apparently it's going to be nice for the next few days. It's wind which has brought the heat from Africa. We had one of these cars back in the day, in the 1980s. My wife used to drive it. This is a Ford Escort RS 1600i. Basically, it's a souped up XR3i. Very nice as well. Wish we'd have kept ours. Ours was in blue. And my mate had one of these, RS 2000 Escort. Exactly the same colour as that as well. Canary yellow. Now you'll notice that the wind which is bringing this heat wave over from Africa isn't even affecting the trees here in Nantwich today. Strange. Anyway, hopefully there's no fires or anything. Now I've always been a Ford fan. I've had a lot of crazy Fords over the years. Have a wander down, have a look at some of these, although we've now run out of Fords and we've hit the BMWs and Audis. So there's a real mix here of the new and the old. I think that's a Triumph Vitesse. That's quite tasty. So this is, I don't know, I think I really like these fast Fords. Focus RS. And then when the Focus has run out, we start on some really nice Minis. Although Minis these days aren't that mini. They've got bigger and fatter over the years. When BMW first brought out their original Mini, it was extremely small. But over the years, each model seems to have got bigger and fatter and longer. And on the end of this row is an original Mini, and you can see the difference in size. Yeah. That's nice, that. That Lotus Cortina's nice. So this is the Ford XR Club, XROC, XR Owners Club. So this is XR2s, XR3s and XR4s. Morse's Jag, different colour, but that's a nice motor. Triumph TR6. I used to really like these. I thought that the TR6 was a really nice model over and above this, which I think is the 5, TR5. It's a really nice interior. And back to the 6. Yeah, I think I'd have the 6 over the 5. This is a Arley. Next door to that is a really nice Escort. A Z4, or if you're in America, a Z4. BMW, that's quite nice, I guess. No idea what that is, but if I was dead, I'd like to have a ride in that. It's like out of a horror film, isn't it? Pretty cool though. I don't think I'd like it on my path though. Is that a Ford Zephyr or a Ford Zodiac from back in the 50s? I think it is. In good condition anyway, someone's looked after that. Jaguar next door. Never really got into BMW somehow. Never really done a great deal for me. My boss had one of these, Rover 3.5, and this was one that I had. This is a Capri 2.8 injection, and I had this, and my wife had the RS 1600i in the same colour, so matching cars on the path. Never had a Focus. Always fancied an RS Focus. Son-in-law had one, and wow, it was a really, really, really fast car. It's a Renault something. Yeah, it's got a Renault badge on it. Don't know what it is, can't remember. Is that an NSU? A Lotus. And this one, Lotus Elan. Mrs. Peel were wanted. I really like that Escort, that Anglia van, said Escort then, that Anglia van, that's cool. I could see myself in that. And actually I can. And this is another loopy Ford that I had, Capri 3 litre S. Had one exactly the same as this, and I swapped it for the 2.8. But I also had a brown version like this as well, which was a little bit lighter, like a creamy colour with a brown vinyl roof, trendy at the time. So 2 3 litre Capris and a 2.8. Me and my wife try and spot cars that we used to own. It's like a real nostalgia trip. Nice Triumph there. And we're in the flight path of Manchester Airport here, so it's nice to see them flying again after the little blip that they had last week. Triumph Stag. Nice little Morris Minor going into the arena for the 1960 to 69 competition. Datsun 260Z, 260Z, and a really nice Escort next to it as well. There's a Fiat and another Fiat. People show some strange things, don't they, at these shows? Now that's nice. I would tootle along in that for a bit of fun on a Sunday.
Yeah, very good, sir. 1960 to 1969. Air in the arena. 1960 to 1969 in the arena, please. And then we'll be going on to the 70s, the 80s, And final section, 1990 to 2008.
So I don't know if you heard that announcement then, but basically the end date of registration for any of these competitions is 2008. So that was a nice Lotus Cortina that just passed us. I'm not sure if it's the same one we looked at earlier, but there the competition for the 1960 to 1969 cars, and there's only 5 in the competition. So a lot of people show the cars. Not many of them actually enter the competitions to win best of show for that particular group of years. Everybody in our road had a Morris Minor back in the 60s. All my mates' dads had Morris Minors. Next door neighbour had a Morris Minor. So just as a little note here, we came along, brought a flask of coffee, and that's nice as well. That's something to tootle around in. Oh wow, look at that Jag. That's seriously nice. Yeah, we brought a couple of flasks of coffee with us, but we decided to go to the stalls here that you can see in the background there to get some chips or whatever. So chips now are £5 a portion. If you want curry on it, which is a must, it's £5.50. But if you want scampi and chips, which is basically fish and chips, which is being sold there, it's now £11 each. So for 2 fish and chips here, or 2 scampi and chips, that's absolutely amazing. I love that. What a lovely looking car. Ford Zaffa. And this is unusual. Nice truck. Yeah, so for 2 fish and chips or 2 scampi and chips, £22. It's like, what the hell's going on? It's a nice Escort. I'm not sure what that is. I think it's probably a 1600 Escort. And this is again an RS2000 from back in the 80s. Do you know, if I was going to buy one, I would buy a yellow one. I think they look really nice, the yellow. The original Mini. And this Rover, someone in our road had one of these back in the 60s, and it was really posh. Right, that's our trip around Arley Hall Classic Car Show. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch up soon.